Your cat gives you orders, and you obey. Think about it. He meows, you go to the bowl. He pushes your hand, you pet him. He sits on your lap when you want to get up, and you stay. Who's in charge here anyway? Today you're going to discover 9 signs that reveal if your cat is spoiled. And there's one on this list that almost every cat owner does without even realizing it. A warning and spoiler. If you watch until the end, you'll look at your cat in a completely different way. If you love cats and want to understand what goes on in this little animal's head, subscribe to the channel now, because here we take feline life very seriously. What does spoiled mean to a cat? Before any signs, I need to tell you something important. A spoiled cat is not the same as a badly behaved cat. In feline psychology, when a cat is spoiled, it means that it has learned very precisely exactly which behaviors work with you. And look, this says a lot more about us than about them. Animal behavior studies show that cats are highly adaptable animals. Over thousands of years of living with humans, they have developed a skill that no other feline has: the ability to modulate their own voice to manipulate us. That's right, you heard correctly. Manipulate. Researchers at the University of Sussex in England discovered that when a cat wants something, food, attention, an open door, it mixes a soft purr with a high-pitched meow. This sound activates the same mechanism in the human brain that responds to a baby's cry. We can't resist. So when you automatically go to the bowl after hearing that characteristic meow, congratulations, you've been successfully trained. And this leads us straight to the first sign. Sign 1. It meows at a scheduled time. If your cat shows up in the kitchen every day at the same time, looking at you, grumbling, following you until you serve the food, it's not hungry by chance. He created a conditioning routine. You unconsciously always responded, and now he knows exactly when to press the button. Sign 2. He refuses normal food and waits for the special one. This one is classic. The cat goes to the bowl, sniffs it, looks at you with that look of disdain, and walks away. Then you, worried, exchange it for something tastier. Result? He learned that refusing food is an efficient strategy. It's not fussiness, it's not a tantrum. It's pure feline intelligence. Cats that repeat this behavior have usually developed what experts call learned food selection. In other words, he trained you to always offer the best. Sign 3. He occupies the best spot in the house. And you adapt. The sofa, the pillow, the favorite chair. When you go to sit down and he's there, what do? If the answer is, I look for another place to sit, your cat is already the official owner of the space. In nature, territory is power. And inside the house, a spoiled cat knows exactly how to claim the best spots. And you validate that every time you give in. Here's where things get interesting, because these next signs are the ones most owners never associate with spoiling their cat. Sign 4. He wakes you up at night and you get up. It doesn't matter if it's 3 a.m. If he meows, scratches at the door, or climbs on your head, and you wake up to see what he wants, he knows that behavior works, and he'll use it again and again. Researchers call this intermittent reinforcement. When an action works sometimes, the animal keeps trying. It's the same principle as casino machines. Sign 5. He interrupts your work and you stop everything. He sits on the keyboard, puts his head in front of the screen, lies on your papers. And you smile, take a picture, pet the cat, and forget what you were doing. That's territory and attention being claimed at the same time. The spoiled cat knows that physical presence equals guaranteed attention. If this happens in your home, you're not the one in control. Sign 6. He only accepts affection on his terms. You extend your hand, he moves away. You ignore him, he comes to you. You start petting him, he decides when to stop. And if you continue beyond his limit, you might even get a swipe. Interesting, right? This isn't rudeness. It's a cat that has learned that it can dictate the rules of interaction. And the most curious thing, cats that have this control over affection tend to be more emotionally secure. But that's a topic for another video. Now tell me in the comments, which of these signs did you identify with the most? Down below, tell me the number, 4, 5, or 6. I'm curious to know which one is the most common among you. We've reached the final 3 signs, and these ones have something special. They show that pampering a cat in the right measure can be a sign of a very strong bond. Sign 7. He only eats if you are around. Some spoiled cats refuse to eat alone. You put down the bowl, he looks, waits, follows you. But when you're right there beside him, or even when you pretend to be supervising, he eats peacefully. This has a name. It's called social commensalism. It's a behavior that cats develop when they associate the owner's presence with security. It's not fussiness, it's deep trust. Sign 8. He cries when you leave and greets you as if you've returned from a war. If your neighbors have complained that your cat meows when you leave, or if when you return he goes to the door, rubs against your foot and walks in circles, your cat has separation anxiety. Yes, cats have this. And it's more common in cats that have a very close bond with their owner. It's cute, and it's a sign that he considers you an essential part of his life. Sign 9. And this one is the most surprising of all. It mimics your mood. Recent studies show that cats who have lived with a person for a long time begin to synchronize their behavior with that person. If you are excited, it becomes more active. If you are sad and quiet, it appears and stays close. It's not a coincidence, it's emotional reading. Spoiled cats who have spent enough time with their human develop a real emotional sensitivity, and that changes everything, right? Because we think we're spoiling the cat. But in reality, we and it have been molding ourselves to each other, over time creating a language just for the two of you. So let's quickly recap. Your cat meows at set times, refuses regular food, takes the best spot in the house, wakes you up at night, interrupts your work, only accepts affection when it wants to, doesn't eat alone, suffers when you leave, and even mimics your mood. If you checked more than 5 on this list, your cat isn't just spoiled, he's the boss of the house. And honestly, he deserves it. Because a cat that feels safe enough to demand attention, to trust its human, to create routines with you, is a cat that has been cared for with love. And that no study needs to confirm. Look at your cat now. And remember, everything he does is a way of communicating with you. You just need to learn to listen. If this video made sense to you, leave a like. It really helps the channel grow. Subscribe here so you don't miss the next videos, because we still have many feline secrets to reveal. And tell me in the comments, how many of the 9 signs does your cat have? Put the number down below. I bet it will be fun to compare. Until the next video,